Wait a minute, hold on.
$2 is gonna be on his side. What is it?
He was charged because he should have locked his door when he changed clothes. That's not what the article says.
What the article say, friends? Can you please read it again?
The article says.
Matter of fact, I'm going to pause it because I want to make sure that y'all getting exactly where it started from. So hold up.
For the gifts.
We all knew. We knew what was published. We knew what was said, but we didn't know the facts. We don't know the details. We knew that there was an article out there. We knew all of this stuff, but we don't know the detail, right? So don't come over here saying shit to me. Nothing.
All right, I don't want to jump out of sequence. There was a live. Matter of fact, I think I found it. Here we go.
You're accusing them of platforming other people that until they have a problem with it. But you do the same thing too.
Who did I do that with?
Black Chicago, Jaywalk.
I ain't never tell nobody not to platform nobody.
You do that as well.
I have never told anybody who not to platform. That's what you're missing.
No. I'm not saying you didn't tell them that you did not.
That's my point. I platform who I want to. So are you missing my point?
No, the point. One of the points that you have made is that you guys platform whoever you want to until you have a problem with it.
Who have I stopped platforming?
No, I said the one.
Who have I stopped platforming?
I said the one thing because I'm not argumentative. So let me.
No, you wait. No, I want you to tell me.
Okay, go ahead.
I stopped platforming because I have a problem with them.
Well, lately you have been blocking people because you have an issue with them. That's your move lately.
Who?
I can't tell who. Like I'm.
How you gonna tell me what I'm doing if you don't know what I'm
You
doing?
said it on your platform too. You said it on your platform that I'm starting to block motherfuckers because y'all starting to start issues. That is
right.
true.
So you know what that means?
That is true.
Let me give you my point. Let me give you my point, Sophia.
Let me finish my point. No, let me finish.
Let me give you. No, you don't have a point.
I
don't have one
because you do the same. You can't accuse people of platforming people until they have a problem with them. When you do the same, that's what I'm saying. This is the same as well.
This is what I said, Sophia. I said people tell people not to platform other people when they hear my words. I said people tell other people not to platform other people once they have a direct issue with them. That's what I said.
She's not talking about me, y'all.
I did not
That's
say
not what I said. She's not talking about me.
That's the difference.
That's not what I said.
I have never asked anybody not to platform anybody. If I'm not going to platform you, I am not going to platform you. But what I will not do is tell you because I don't fuck with them, you shouldn't either. That's my point. I can block who I want. I can platform who I want. But what I would never do is tell anybody else who to platform and who not to platform. That was my point. You guys are missing that. I can block and you can block.
Let's get this understood. Let's get this understood. T, did I tell you not to platform me?
No, you didn't. Hold on, no,
okay,
Mama.
I don't have that. Those are in the comments. Let's get that clear. I never told her that.
I do not for whatever her name is, the single mama club. I do not have a dislike for T-Time. She know I do not have a dislike for T-Time. I'm on T-Time DM and I give her all the time. I go to her live all the time and I say hi. So she knows I don't have a dislike for her. Because if I have a dislike for her, I would not be on her.
You do because you put it in the comments. This was your issue with Jaywalk, and that you prove my point. You're proving my point too because you fucked that man. You wanted to expose that he was a molester. You wanted to expose that he was pedophile. But you moved in with let's talk about it. That's my point. Y'all motherfuckers be fucking these niggas. Y'all be laying up with these niggas. And as soon as y'all get mad at them, then y'all want to expose them and want everybody else to stop fucking with them. That's my point. And I'm standing on that point.
Okay,
you put it in the comments.
Go ahead. Finish.
You put it in the comments. You said Jaywalk.
Yes, I did.
You said Jaywalk. And that's my point. Y'all know who these niggas niggas is. Y'all lay up with these niggas. Y'all back in talk with these niggas. Y'all hang with these niggas. And as soon as these niggas directly offend you, then you want to tell the world, hey, he touched little girls. Hey, he did this. But you ain't say shit when you was laid up with him. You ain't say shit when you was having live streams with him. You ain't say shit when you was busting that shit wide open. You ain't saying shit when you was tooting that thing up, shorty make it roll. But now that you don't fuck with him, now you want to tell everybody else what he do. And that's my point. My point is...
Let's pause it right there and let's pose a question while we have it in thought. Was Tea Time point valid? Did Tea Time make a valid point? Face yes, that face no. Based on what you just heard, it's still more to come. But just based on that small segment, was Tea Time point valid? Smiley face yes, sad face no. Let me see where y'all head is at right now. Let me see who's actively listening to the details. Smiley face yes, sad face no, pertaining to that portion right there, the clip. We almost at 300,000 tabs. Let's keep power tapping as well, y'all. We almost there. Was Tea Time points valid? Less than 10 seconds. $203 people concluded that T point was valid so far. Let's keep going.
Y'all can block and stop fucking with who y'all want to, but stop waiting until you don't fuck with a person. Stop waiting until you don't like a person to then expose them. Go ahead.
Are you done so you can make it work? You put in a narrative out there as if I knew that's what he was doing in the past. As if I knew, because the minute I knew, I left. I tried to leave, and that's when he beat my ass. So let's make it clear on that. So I never knew Jay Walk was fucking 15-year-old until I found out from his daughter when I have a lot of receipts and everything. That's when I decided to leave him, and he decides to beat my ass because he told me if I had told you, you wouldn't have been with me. So let's put it back. That's clear. And number two, it never came out the app. Jay Walk name never came out my mouth. You put his name out there. I never said his name. I went on top. I went in 2
You did. You put it in the comments.
No, ma'am, because you have the recording and you could play it over and over again. I went on $2 live. I said, how can you accuse one man for raping his wife when you glorify a man who's always on your app who have raped a 15-year-old? And 5 minutes after that, guess who put it out? It was you. You never.
Yeah, because when I found that, I exposed that shit. You got me right. He ain't in my.
Let me finish.
I put that shit up. You got me right. You got damn right. You got damn right.
Okay, so here's the thing. You exposed them. Went in a while. You did. You exposed them $2 live. No, ma'am. I never said no jaywalk.
Yes, you did.
No, ma'am. I never said no jaywalk, nor have I said no.
Oh, but you protecting his name.
I never said no jaywalk.
Hold on, y'all. So I got a cash app. It said T was disgusting. Hold on. Hold up. I got a cash app message. Let me read it. Okay, it says T was disgusting for bringing up fucking that man. So T was disgusting for mentioning that Sophia fucked him.
I've never.
So you was protecting the nigga that was fucking 15-year-old?
No, I'm just the kind of person. I'm just the kind of person who don't like confrontational. And I left quietly.
You did not.
So while you just sat there, you let me talk because you're trying to change the narrative because I'm not a big creator, but I'm going to let you know this. I did not expose them. You exposed them. So you make it look like...
How do we know? Sophia, how do we know?
You exposed...
How did we know?
How did you know that? I don't know how did you know. How did
What
you
did you
know?
mean?
No, because I never said his name. And
We all knew who you was talking about.
Jay Walker. No, I said Jimmy Lee Walker. So it could have
Man,
been
we were gonna
say his name. I said his name. And you put it over. And you put it over.
And I showed the news article. So was I wrong?
So you can't
So was I wrong? So was I wrong?
No, what you're not gonna do is change the narrative because I'm a small fish. You can't change the
Nobody
narrative.
changed
You
the narrative.
you can't change the narrative and say I'm the one who exposed it when you just admitted.
Okay, I think you missed. Okay. Can I respond, friends? Can I respond, friends?
No friends because she didn't
Wait, Sophia, wait. I don't tell nobody.
Why you talk pretty? Because she kept when she was talking, I didn't cut her. But when
You don't wanna-
she was cutting me.
Listen, Sophia, let her respond. Calm down, let her
No,
respond.
I can respond when I have to respond
Let
to
her
her
know.
while I was talking.
Okay, let her respond.
Okay, you got it. You got
I
it.
ain't even know nothing about this anyway.
This is the crazy thing she triggered because I didn't even say nothing about it. When I was talking in your box, she said, T-Time, you do it too. I said a lie. And she said, jaywalk. That's what I was talking about just now. That you just said jaywalk. So now she brought it back up. Because she put his name in the comments. That's what I was talking about. As far as exposing that nigga for fucking with a 15-year-old, I did that shit. Because as soon as I found out that he had fucked with a 15-year-old, you goddamn right. I put that shit on the backdrop. You goddamn right. I put that news article out there. You goddamn right. I had download Pookie and Undercover Ray Ray Live. I sure the fuck did. And if you said you exposed, and I didn't know until she told everybody on $2 line. You ain't gotta say a person's name because to know who she was talking about. She was living with the nigga. She moved away and moved in with this nigga. We all knew who she was talking about. And when I found out, I put that shit out there. You goddamn right.
Okay, you done?
Okay, so she's done.
I believe so.
Okay, so here it is. When I exposed it that night, I exposed to $2 because $2 was on the phone thing the whole night. I said, don't discriminate another man because they were talking about rapists, right? I said, don't discriminate another man when you have another man on your platform and you glorify them every day. I didn't say no J-Walk, nor did I say Jimmy Lee Walker. 5 minutes after that, T was the one who exposed her. But out of her mouth today, she said, you exposed him after you spread your legs and you fucked him. That's right. I spread my legs and I fucked him for a man that I thought was real, who I left my home, my career, my children, and everything for, right? Yes, I did that.
Let's pause it right there. Next question. Was Sophia out of pocket for leaving her career, kids, and home to be with Jay
About to ask that. She left her kids? Just crazy.
No.
That's
Was
insane.
Sophia out of pocket for leaving her career, her children, and her home for jaywalk? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Was she out of pocket for that?
Anybody in the comments wants to come up. I'm not next to my other device, so I'm not a mod on the stage.
Do you want me to let them up?
It looks like a troll page. It's only 20 people.
Okay.
Hey, if her kids are adults or not, I wouldn't leave my kid for nobody else. I'm not cutting my kids off for nobody.
All right, so 189 people concluded, again, I'm just posing the question, that Sophia was, in fact, out of pocket for leaving her career, children, and her home to be with Jaywalk. Make sure I don't forget to write that one. Okay.
Because I didn't do my homework. So I'll take accountability for that. However, when she find out and she decided to pull his name, I never said his name. Not his TikTok name or his personal name. But T-Time knew his name. How did you know his real name, T-Time? Because I never exposed that.
I didn't know his real name. Somebody
exposed it that way. So I can't talk now.
You asked how did I know his real name, I'm telling you.
But you obviously knew his real name.
Somebody sent me the article.
I'm going to let her talk.
I just told you somebody sent me the article.
Friends, the popularity.
Let her respond, T-Time.
Did she just ask how did I know his real name?
It's a popularity thing.
Let her respond.
It's a popularity thing. So again, his name was not exposed. Not his TikTok name, nor his real name was exposed. Who exposed it was T-Time.
I sure did.
He's the one who. So I'm never gonna tell.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
who exposed it?
You
T-Time.
said how did you know his real name?
T-Time, let her respond, love. I don't know nothing.
T-Time or her? So do you want me to tell y'all I know his real name? When the shit came out, everybody was talking about it.
But
It wasn't
she
just,
gets
it wasn't
the-
just
let me
excuse
mute.
It wasn't
Let me
just
let her
me.
have it.
And there was another lady that had
She gets
admitted
the mute.
that she had exposed it on the platform prior to that day. The article had already been out. So people started sending me the article. I didn't know his real name. The article was exposed that he did that to that 15-year-old girl. We knew who she was talking about because, again, how are you going to ask somebody, how are you glorifying this when you doing this, right? So if a person did something, leak that shit. If a man is messing with 15-year-olds and all that shit, why can't we not know? So, yes, I exposed that shit, but she brought it to the app. We wouldn't have not known it.
Next question. Since this is what Sophia believes. Sophia believed that T-Time exposed Jaywalk's name for people to know who he was that committed this heinous act. So the question that's being posed, was T-Time wrong for releasing the name? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. If he did what Sophia claimed he did in his news articles and all that, was T-Time wrong for releasing the name? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Did the people of TikTok have the right to know what that man's name was based on what Sophia said he did? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Was she wrong for releasing that man's name? Make sure y'all eating y'all fruit and veggies, by the way. Less than 10 seconds. 168 people said T was not wrong for releasing his name.
And she had not said shit on $2 Live.
Can I ask a question? So,
Is it okay for me to
Let Sophia respond, Javon. Again, Sophia, here we gotta let Javon talk because he's been trying to talk for a minute. But I didn't know nothing about this, y'all.
Is it okay to respond? So if I say, hey, Thailand, you're exposing a man that's married, but you have somebody on your live, on your panel all the time who have done that, why are you doing that? That's not exposing him because there's Chicago John right here, there's Javon right here on your panel, friend. So now they have to have search which one of them it is. They made a smart decision and decided, oh well, Sophia was with J1, so it might be him. Even with Jaywalk name, you couldn't know who it is unless you knew his real name to look his name up and put his record on the backdrop. So I was not the one who exposed him. And I don't expose people because I don't have that kind of personality. And that's that. Pure point blank. So when you say, do I like T-Time? Hell yeah. I love it.
So real quick, exposing. So hold on. It sounds to me like she was trying to protect his name. It sounds like she has wrenched y'all towards T-Time for exposing his name. Am I hearing this correctly?
I'm definitely hearing the same thing you hearing. It sounds like she's protecting him. I don't care how you put it.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Let me let the people decide, because maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Does it sound like Sophia was trying to protect Jaywalk's name? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Because again, everyone interpret things differently, so maybe I'm hearing it wrong. Does it sound like Sophia is trying to protect Jaywalk name? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. So far, over 100 people is hearing exactly what I'm hearing. Okay. Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out why was it made a big deal that T-Time said his name. If you want what he did to be out there, why would you care about his name being said? So yeah, let's see what y'all think. It's less than 10 seconds to vote, y'all. So 144 people concluded that it definitely sounds like she was trying to protect his name.
Go on her live all the fucking time. And I give her after our little feud. But was I the one who exposed that man? No, I was not the one. I put it out there, and I put a nugget out there. You could say that. She put a nugget out there, and they took it, they ran with it, checked it out, and noticed it was him, and that's that. It is what it is. And I was already out of his life for 3 months before exposing half done. So it wasn't no mad day or nothing. And even when it came out, I said nothing. I kept quiet.
So Sophia, you're saying you're the one that did not expose it.
No, I did not expose them. T-Time just said it. I exposed them.
Why would it matter who exposed? If he did what? Who gave you money before? Theory, your name. Listen, shout out to Theory, because her profile name be on point every time. If y'all don't know about Theory, well, Theory funny as shit. But nonetheless, y'all listening to this just like we listening to it. And I'm trying to understand, because Sophia, you're here. I see you in the comments. Why are you so hell-bent on the fact that T-Time released the information? I'm trying to understand that. How is T-Time wrong for letting everyone know what this man did? Wouldn't that be the goal, to know who we're interacting with? For the ones who did not know, to be aware of who he is and what happened? So why the frustrations with T-Time? I'm trying to understand you, Sophia. I see that you was here. Sophia, are you here, or did you come in on the backup? You don't have to come in. You don't have to come in the panel, but I'm just curious.
So,
you just
it seems like a lot of people are hell bent on protecting people that are predators on this app. It's the same thing when y'all say I exposed Slim, what he did, or T Nathan, or all the rest of these people that scam or abusers or child abusers. Y'all call it doxing, right? When people.
So hold on. She said T is making it look like I'm frustrated with her for exposing. But we're listening to your words, and that's how it's coming off, though, Sophia. We're just telling you how it sounds. We're confused as to why you're upset with her, because the whole argument is, but I didn't put it out there. You put it out there. No, you said his name. No, you. Like, that's why we're like, why do it matter who said his name? Why do that matter?
She said she exposed them. So let's be clear.
No, she regards to the app. We knew who you were talking about.
No, you knew. You knew who I was talking about.
Okay, we knew.
You knew.
It was brought to me, Sophia. I wasn't in that live that day.
TikTok, you knew who I was talking
Sophia,
about.
the live was brought to me.
TikTok didn't know who I was talking about.
Right.
You knew who I was talking about. You did your research, find his name, did your research, exposed him. Period, point blank. You exposed him. And I felt like shit. I threw up that whole day. I felt like shit because of that, because that's not an intention that I wanted to do. But however it came out, it is
Thank you
what
for the
it
gifts,
was.
y'all.
I don't give a fuck. But I did feel bad because that's not my character. That's not my character.
So you tell people they exposing a married man, but got a man who sleep with children on their panel, but you feel bad because the man that slept with a 15-year-old got exposed. So you felt bad about that, but nobody would have known that he slept with a 15-year-old had you not said it on the live that day. And everybody knew who it was because it was brought to me. I wasn't in the live.
Nobody knew who it was.
I let you talk.
Nobody knew who
You're
it
saying
was.
that, but everybody's saying you just said that they made a decision and they knew who it was. They ended up having this person on my panel, this person on my panel, this person, right? So everybody, it was brought to me. Just like everybody do. When it was brought to me, all the shit came. The screen recording, the video of him messing with the video, the news article, Nico, all about Nico right there. Nico tell the truth. Come in the panel and tell what happened. Okay. The video and everything
definitely was there because I was giving let Nico come in the panel.
Let's get to 100K. Come on, y'all. Let's get that.
Absolutely. So
okay, I'm gonna let Nico.
And T-Time has the recording.
Come on up, Nico.
You listen, friends. If you want to put 2 and 2 together, because I want to talk.
I ain't even know nothing about the situation.
Let's just say I want to talk about Chicago John, right? Or let's just say I want to talk. Let's just say I want to talk about. Let's just say I want to. I don't like you, but let's just say I want to talk about Chicago John. Let's just say I want to talk about Chicago John. If I talk about him and not mention his name,
thank y'all for the subscriptions. Tap the screen.
And not mention his name or any of above, and friends, you decide to do your research, not his TikTok name, his real name, to find out what he is. That's not me. I'm not the exposure at this time. She admitted it was her who was the exposure, because nobody would know what the hell he was talking about.
Where you go? Hold on, let me find Nick.
Come on, Nick.
Invite Nick.
I don't regret exposing. I don't regret putting the shit up. It needed to be put out there.
Yeah, you don't regret exposing them. However, next day you go to Diamond Live and Diamond asks you, hey, T-Time, you think he has done that? You said, I don't know, Diamond, because we haven't talked to the other girl. The girl he raped 20 years ago.
That wasn't me.
Right, that was you. Baby, I was there. I'm for real. That was me. Diamond said, T-Time, is that story true? You said, I don't know because
I don't know.
You said, I don't know. I don't know. There's a whole police report with Jimmy Lee Walker. There's a whole police report there.
Pause right there. I'm not sure if y'all actively listening. She just dropped that man's name. So first the argument was she was trying to say that T-Time was the one who released his name, but it just dawned on me that she released that man's name in Friends with Attitude Live.
I don't know Sophia or any this whole situation, but I don't understand what is the argument. I mean, these the people that need to be brought to the light, so people are aware of them. So I'm not understanding what's the argument.
Her argument, I'm trying to understand the argument, because her argument is, but T, you said his name, you said, and then again, it's people that don't know who this man is, and then you just dropped his name. So what is the argument for in this very point? So now even with for doing your argument, his name, why did you say his name in that conversation right then? Then that at least.
I don't know. did not say that. You be drunk too much, girl.
Can I
You
say-
lying.
I'm so
You
sorry.
lying like a motherfucker. You lying like a
Drinking
motherfucker.
on now, baby.
You lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah, really.
You lying like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Can I say this really quickly? I do apologize, ladies, and I just want to make this clear. So from what I'm hearing in the situation, there was somebody in the collective that was exposed for sleeping with children. This is from what I'm hearing, and people
The
know
man
about
she
it.
was living with and dealing with.
That's
Okay.
right.
And so I think, so also, I don't know if anybody heard when she had said it, but she also acknowledged the fact that you was being abused, correct, Miss Sophia?
Yes. So I fell in love with this guy. And living home and everything. So my move was genuine, right? When I moved there, I found out from his daughter he has raped a 15-year-old.
You gotta say great. You gotta say great for TikTok.
Great for.
They're reporting, tap blast, share, and like. They're reporting.
Okay.
Let's get a tap blast for a little while because they're using non-TikTok words.
To protect the live, let's go ahead and tap the screen up, y'all. Just want to protect the live. Get us to about 150,000 taps real quick. It's not for us here to do it. Just power tap the screen real quick. Then we're going to continue on with the audio. Just want to protect the live. Can't get down to the facts if the live get clipped. So, wait, hold on. What's that? And if you are requesting up, go ahead and hit that button. I just want to make sure that y'all not requesting up by mistake. It is people who's being requested up that's not requesting to come up. So, yeah. We almost there, y'all. Let's just power tap real quick. And then we're going to continue on. But, yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. Like, listen to this audio. I was just trying to understand Sophia's angle, because if the argument is about his name being mentioned, nobody knowing who it was that she was speaking on that committed this type of crime, I just didn't understand what was the again during that conversation. But even with that, another question that was posed, that was a question by Blaze, was why would it matter? At the end of the day, no one should be trying to protect anyone who did such acts with a child, period. So if his name was said, it needed to be said. People need to know who it is that they're interacting with, because respectfully, I don't think T was wrong. I definitely don't think anybody. Yeah, I don't think anybody was wrong who shared the information out. So it's like you bring it to that app, you talk about it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is how.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Wait until you finish.
Well, no, go ahead. You're fine.
Was saying this is how predators continue to do what they do when y'all let them live in the dark. Bringing these people to the forefront and showing these people who they are, people can be aware and protect themselves from them. So what T did was not wrong in my eyes. Her bringing that what he did to a 15-year-old to light is what all of y'all should have done. The real question is why y'all want to keep them in the dark. These the same people that protect the family predator because he's family and let him continue to do what they do. Y'all just as wrong as he is, and y'all think y'all should be in jail right next to him.
All right, we almost there at 350 taps. Let's keep power tapping. We almost there, y'all. Just want to keep the live protected. We almost there with the taps. And again, if you are not already following the Bella Leon show page, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you don't have a heart me already, go ahead and join the team. I am here every Sunday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so hold on. I'm not sure if you meant to come up. Yeah, Queen, are you requesting up? If I'm declining your request, just come back up. I just want to make sure that it's not by mistake. TikTok is adding people in the queue that is not requesting to be in the queue, so I just want to make sure. We almost at the taps. Quick power tap. More than enough people here to get those taps up and going. Thank y'all for protecting the live.
Audio. Yep, can hear you. It was just too quiet.
Yeah, I have put my, I put the mic. No, you good. I had it on mute.
Real quiet.
So, you know what? And I don't mind it. Quiet is good sometimes. All right, let's keep going.
If I told you, you would have never been with me. So then I tried to move away. Then the DV started. Because he didn't want me to leave him, and that's it, and that's all. But I moved right back home, and I stood quietly until that night. Yes, that night I wasn't liberated, and I went on $2 Live, and I said, don't talk about another man who raped his wife. When y'all have a man who that you guys glorify, that have raped a 15-year-old. And then 5 minutes after that, no lie, no bullshit, Tea Time came out. I didn't go back to Tea Time because actually $2 called me and said, you better not go to nobody's panel. Not no Tea Time, not nobody's panel because of the story, because she was protecting me. So and that is the truth.
So this is just from my standpoint, and some people she was unfortunately the victim of DV. It seems as though she was trying to protect herself within that situation. Now, many are saying that she should have went directly to the police and said.
Nobody's saying that, God. Nobody's saying that. She's mad because she said it on live. Nobody knew he was mad. Nobody knew nothing.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Wait, I'm sorry. Can I?
Exposed him. I was back home 3 months prior to the exposing happened. So if I wanted to expose him and be hurt and cry, baby, I would have spent that.
Nobody said she should have went to the police.
No. I'm not saying that. Wait, just let me clarify. What I'm saying is the fact that what I'm saying is the fact that is that as somebody myself who has seen women in my family be abused and people are aware of that, a lot of people don't say nothing, right? And a lot of women and men who are victims of DV, of SA, of rape, etc., they don't say nothing at all.
Anybody, I remain silent.
No, I'm not. No. I just want to be able to finish my whole thought. I promise. I'm not talking to nobody directly. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying that her going silent specifically and not saying nothing is her condoning his actions.
Right.
What I'm saying is the fact that it sounds like a very serious ass situation from how both you and from both what you and her have described.
Does Bun have anything to do with it? Y'all don't do that.
Nobody brought it to the app but her. And that's the part you just, nobody knew about it.
Bun isn't for question.
Okay, hold on. Wait, Chicago. Sophia led Tea Time.
Friends, you asked a question about Bonbon. I'm just trying to answer.
Tell me what Bonbon. Okay, tell me.
The reason Bonbon is up there because Bonbon been on the phone with me plenty of time with this man hurting me.
Yes, I was.
There you are.
With this man hurting me.
Nobody said that.
Okay. Keep power tapping again. Trigger warning. The conversation is geared towards domestic violence. So if you are triggered, I highly recommend that you leave this live right now continue to tap. But the audio that you are going to hear will be triggering. So if you are going to be triggered, I highly recommend that you leave.
So relax. Hi,
So
y'all.
let me say this. She the one who brought Javon's name up today. I mean, not Javon, J-Walk's name up today. She's the one who threw his name in. So all the extra shit, nobody said nothing about J-Walk today but her. Okay?
So maybe she's still triggered by the situation and how it went down.
No, she said.
I don't know.
Because, okay, cool. So I didn't bring it up. I didn't say nothing about J-Walk. She did. But the only thing that I exposed is that he messed with a 15-year-old girl. Nothing about him abusing her. Nothing about none of that. I never said anything about him abusing her. I never had a conversation about her being abused. When I found out he slept with that 15-year-old girl, somebody sent me the article. I put that shit up. She wasn't living with him no more. She was no longer in danger with him.
Mama,
I don't even know she was abused by him.
the first time he abused
It sounds like, so first of all, let me ask Sophia, are you okay?
Yeah, I want her to calm down.
Sophia, are you okay? Is she still triggered by the situation, y'all?
I'm sorry. Can she? I'm so sorry, y'all. Because this is a very sensitive matter. She will be emotional about this.
Yeah, she's Sophia, I want you to get you some water. Bun Bun, please explain the situation, please.
I don't remember everything verbatim, but I do know that me and Sophia was on the phone a lot. You know, she just wasn't happy. It was just a lot going on. When that situation happened, no, she didn't ever want to blast him. She could have, but she never wanted to, right? Like, I was on the phone with my friend, she cried to me. She just wasn't happy after hearing, certain things that he never told her, right? So, when you're in love with somebody, it's like mixed emotions. Now, what do you do, right? She had already packed up, moved over there, and 2 days later, or a couple days later, I'm not sure, she found out what she found out, and that really hurt her. But, Sophia was always against it. Sophia was never happy about what she heard. And it was just a lot. Like, I was just there for her on the phone, and I felt bad for her a lot of times because I felt like J-Walk could have walked her through what he went through, before the moving in and before all of that other stuff. Like, just be open with her, and he was not. It was not. So finding that out, and you're already there, moved in and relaxed.
The initial abuse. Bonbon was there. Oh, Pink Ninja is there.
Wait a minute, Pink Ninja was there.
Pink Ninja, please.
I'm gonna drop you. You gotta come up here. You gotta speak first.
Don't drop Pink Ninja.
And don't jump in the box and do that, because I don't want to drop you.
Don't drop Pink Ninja.
You know
Pink Ninja.
Hold on.
I want to say, let me please, because it's my situation. So yes, Bonbon was on the phone, and Pink Ninja was absolutely there. But Bonbon, me and her don't stop talking. Because when I told her, please, I'm scared. I'm locked in the room, I'm scared. He got my phone, and he grabbed my phone, called 911. And why did he talk to you, Bonbon? Because you didn't call 911.
Because I didn't, yes. And I was on the phone with her trying to calm her down. Right, and she has every right to be upset with you with that.
So let me ask you, Sophia. Sophia, have you been to a therapist to help you bring some of this stuff out? Because
Absolutely. I'm in a better place, and I have a good guy in my life.
It seems like it's still hurting you. You're
right, because they bring up situations like T. Thomas saying, oh y'all don't bring up nobody's name.
I gotta drop one of y'all because I gotta bring up my co-host.
Don't run it up. Don't say no. You brought this up.
I didn't bring it up. I said it in the comment. I said it in the comment.
No, Nick, when you need it, but when you told your part, I'm gonna drop you, babe.
Barbara has a lot to do with it. So,
okay.
That's why I say she was on the phone.
$2 is here and my co-host is here. I gotta drop. But please don't drop me because I wasn't on the phone with her too. I've been knowing Sophia since then.
Don't drop me. I've been know everything that was going on.
For a long time.
We were really close.
Okay, let me get my co-host up here and $2 if you coming up, come on up. It's the box open.
Yeah, I did not bring this up. She brought Jaywalk up. I'm sorry. She did. I didn't say nothing. She did. What's up, Bubba?
Yeah,
And I didn't say nothing about her abuse. I said nothing about him beating her or nothing. I did not.
T-Time
Because I didn't even know he was abusing her. Because
T-Time did not bring it up. I brought it up when T-Time was talking about y'all wanna accept people when you have a personal issue. And I said, T-Time, you do too. And she said, well, you slept with blah blah blah. I said, but you put Jaywalk name in it. And I said, yes, you do the same with Jaywalk. I took the screenshot. I said, yes, you do the same with Jaywalk. You T-Time was the one who exposed him. However, you still accepted him. You promoted everything he did, and because of Chef Foxy,
Jeff promoted him. I ain't never promoted him. You a motherfucking lie.
Yes,
you a motherfucking lie. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That man ain't been on my platform since. You out your motherfucking mind.
Hey, Sophia, how you doing? What's going on?
Hey, $2. When I went onto your live, did I expose Jaywalk name? Weren't you talking about a different situation?
Nobody said you said his name.
No, I did not. So what? Please let me ask my question. I said to you, hey, you guys are accusing of somebody of being a rapist who was married. However, on your platform, you glorify a man who raped a 15-year-old, and then you drop me. Isn't that what I said?
Right, that's what you said. Yeah, that is what you said.
Thank you. So I did not expose that man. I didn't say Jaywalk name.
Nobody said you did, but we knew who it was.
You might know who it was, but
we know who it was. What are you talking about?
Because Chef Foxy was on his dick. You might know who he was.
See, that's what you mad about, because he was fucking with shit because he like Chef. Tell the real truth.
No, he doesn't like Chef, trust me. He doesn't like Chef, trust me.
That's what you was really mad about. You see how you just threw that in there?
No, because that's what the real truth is. Because I was your friend, and I want to think about it, that's probably how you knew his real name in the first place. Probably was through
No, his real name. I told you the article was already out. The article was already on TikTok. That's the part you missing. The article was already out on TikTok. Somebody had exposed it before. Everybody was sharing the article. What are you talking about?
Anyway, $2. Did I lie about that? Did I expose you?
Nobody said you did.
No, you never exposed him, right? I don't know if anyone said
Nobody
that.
said you did.
I exposed him at first. She said I exposed him.
No, you brought it to the app.
I brought it to the app just because you knew who I was talking about.
Did not bring it to the app?
No. Here we go again. $2. When I went on I said, what did I say on your platform?
So when she was on my platform,
you mute me, please?
When she was on my platform, she never said a name, and we kept dropping her out of the box. She never said a name.
But y'all knew what you was talking about, right? $2.
I knew who she was talking about because I know what the situation was. So I can't say.
Because $2 have a personal close relationship with me, so she knew.
Right. So I knew.
Exactly. So
I can't say everybody else. Nobody else knew that was in my room. Yeah, people that was in my room did not know.
T-Top went live 5 minutes after $2. You
didn't call 5 minutes after.
You didn't call.
Lucy, you had a question?
How was she more mad at Bun Bun for not calling the police when that stuff happened, and she wasn't willing to call the police for herself when she held her phone? Or why didn't she just quietly just go ahead and leave when she found out? She didn't have to confront him. Just take your stuff and go.
Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Did anyone actually hear what Lucy said? Because I heard a lot of...
Lucy, what's up with that song in the background, girl?
All I heard was the song. That's why I had to look over at my iPad. I'm like...
Lucy.
I really didn't hear nothing she said.
Here I go. I heard you bitches was looking for me. Bitch, here I go.
Was anybody looking for Lucy? Going once? Going twice? Because Lucy, what are you talking about? We confused Lucy. All right, let's
She
keep
said
going.
because I heard what she said. She basically said she wanted to know why Sophia blamed Bun Bun for not calling the police and not, took accountability, for being in the situation in the first place. And I think Sophia is here, so why can't we ask her some questions?
Sophia
She was in the
does not.
comments.
Would she want
She
to
is
come up?
not required to come up in the panel. So, however, we still going to get to the bottom of the case and allow her peers to make a decision on what their thoughts are. Now, would it help her case to get her perspective? Sure. However, if they would like for the people to decide based on audio only, then by all means, we'll just do it that way. But the final decision is left up to the citizens of the court. So the question that is being posed, why did she call the police instead of Bun Bun? Let's ask the question. Should Sophia had called the police instead of Bun Bun? Smiley face yes, sad face no. Should Sophia had called the police instead of calling Bun Bun? Smiley face yes, sad face no. All right, let's get those votes in. We almost at 400,000 taps. Thank y'all for helping protect the live. Almost at 400,000 taps. Thank you for protecting the live, guys. And again, hit that follow button if you're not already following. Let's finish getting these votes in and hear the rest of the audio. Black Thunder with the follow. Thank you. Thank you for the heart me. Less than 10 seconds. Okay. 122 people concluded that Sophia should have called the police, not Bun Bun. They want to know who went to jail. Okay. So Sophia is the one who was arrested during that incident, allegedly. Okay. So I want to make that clear. Allegedly, it was Sophia that was arrested.
Does anyone know why
Not
they took her and not him?
What is your
Or
opinion,
both?
Talisha? So it's being alleged that, hold on, Vessel said he took her phone, preventing her from calling. Okay, so he took her phone, preventing her from calling. So how was she to call abundantly then? I'm a little confused on it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Abundantly was she was able to stop her. She tried to call ably. Can anyone answer that? When she found out about him essaying the child, that is another great.
There's so many questions.
Drinking and a weapon don't mix with the law. Facts. But yeah, so the question that I'm curious about is why call abundantly, but not the police? Because Abundant on the phone with her the entire time. I live for this. Are you meaning to come up? I live for this. Did you mean to come up?
Oh, hell no, Bella. That was an accident. My bad, y'all.
Okay, no worries. Nice to hear your voice, though.
I know,
saying
right?
that. Can y'all please power tap? They're saying that it's lagging again. I'm not even on the camera this time. God.
You glitching bad.
That's some bullshit. Still lagging. This is still glitching. Can y'all hear anything I'm saying?
No, we hear you.
All right.
next president will have the power to appoint.
Okay. So the question that I'm asking y'all, I'm not sure if y'all heard me. I said, why was Abundantly able to be on the phone with Sophia? That's what they're trying to figure out in the comments. So someone in the comments wants to know, why was she talking to Abundantly all that time rather than getting help? Now, bottom line, Sophia saying that she was harmed, then unless it was proven otherwise, I don't do the victim blaming, victim shaming, none of that. Jail the second.
I'm glad you said it. If you all say Sophia went to jail, if you all are saying Sophia pled guilty or was found guilty or whatever and has to take classes, how in the fucking hell is she the victim? That's why I don't trust this
Okay,
app.
I guess if Abundantly, I have a
I don't
question
trust.
for
That's why I
Abundant.
don't
Matter of
trust this
fact,
fucking
Vessel
app.
is. So hold on, Vessel, he's coming up. Wait, hold on. Why do? Yeah, it's connecting people that's not supposed to be connecting.
So basically, what we saying
I hate this new
is
update.
So
victim equals
let me ask you
woman.
a question, Kiana, because there's a lot that's going on that y'all are just overlooking for whatever reason, right? During the first situation, that's when Bum Bum was on the phone. In the middle of that situation, she was already on the phone with Bum Bum. So calling the police, it would have meant that she would have had to get off the phone, then try to call 911 at the same time that something was going on. When Bum Bum was already on the phone got took from her, and she started yelling to her, "Hey, call the police! Call the police!" Right? So in that moment, in real time, that was the best thing that could have actually happened. If you think about it. So when we asking these questions like, well, why didn't she? If you put yourself in her shoes in that moment, put yourself in that moment, that's what happened, right? You got to look at it from a different perspective. And if he didn't took the phone from her, all of these why nots, they could easily be answered. He got the phone. He got control. He's preventing her. It was not people saying it was a FaceTime, people saying stuff like that. That first call was not a
Then who called the police when they arrested her?
You got a video.
Right. What do she got going on? Tell Kiana, tell Luciana, because this is what I think this was happening. I think she is like caught in another, like she was watching TikTok or something, and she might still be on it. Tell her to turn her phone completely off and turn it back on, whatever device she on.
Yeah, this glitches is getting on my fucking nerve. Go ahead, Vessel.
So y'all are mixing two scenarios up. The first scenario was when it first started happening. She didn't go to jail the first time. And then I want you to think about this. And yes, I am biased. I don't like that motherfucker. Fuck J-Walk sponge bed. It was the second time that she ended up being in that situation that she had to defend herself again. If she's defending herself because somebody didn't hit on her, hell, if you hit me, I'm gonna knock your ass out too. I'm not saying that's what she did, but if she did do that, then she had every fucking right to. Again, y'all have to put yourself in this position. Nobody
Belsa, I have no problem. This is me. I have absolutely no problem with that.
Right.
But
Hold on, Kiana.
okay.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
If nobody was there and it's her word against his word, and she's defending herself, this boy is a master karate instructor. Master karate instructor. He well can defend himself. She got bruises all over her body. She had bruises all over her body. She got the pictures. This dude, if he had anything, maybe a one bruise on his arm or some shit. Right? I wasn't there either. But in that moment, She was not able to call the police. The daughter called the police. He didn't even call the police. The daughter did. So, and then the last thing I'm gonna say, just because somebody go to jail don't mean that that's the final story. You know, just like I know, that things can actually change. Or just because that's what happened in a DV situation doesn't always mean that's what happened. We've seen men and women in a DV situation, one or the other person go to jail just because the police is trying to get somebody away from the house. That's it. So don't assume just because she went to jail that she was the that she was the aggressor. Our police officers have always done fuck shit like that when it come to DV.
And I want to make the distinction on this app. We instantly and always say female victim, woman victim, when we can't say that all the time. Because in this situation, to call her, to say we're victim blaming when we ask questions or say this and say that, we're actually in the wrong to say victim blaming, because according to the law, she wasn't the victim. He was the victim. It sucks. It sucks big time, because I don't like this, but it sucks to be able to say, oh, he's the victim and she's not, or whatever the case may be. I wish neither one of them was the victim, but according to the law, we have to actually call him the victim. So anybody who's talking against him is doing what? Victim blaming. So when y'all do that thing, make sure you know who's the victim according to the law. Danielle, shut the fuck up, hoe, with your ugly ass. Dick just 3 weeks ago until Dime told you not to be on it. Fuck you, bitch. Ugly ass hoe. Check your motherfucking pictures and then come talk to me. I know I'm right. But we just instantly say that. We just instantly say, oh, y'all victim blaming. Because I would, no offense to the court, but Bella, when you said I'm not victim blaming, but she wasn't the victim in this situation according to the law.
Also, I wanted to say that I wanted to say that when I was on Tea Times hey Bella, when I was on Tea Times, when I was in Tea Times Live, and the guy that y'all are speaking of was on Tea Times Live, he showed in this gentleman named Vessel was saying that because she got arrested doesn't mean that she was at fault. But he showed her probation papers and her anger management papers that she had to go to. So I'm not understanding why would it get to that point if she didn't if they didn't come to the conclusion that she actually was the one that was the aggressor.
I'm not gonna speak on her case. If she wants to speak on that, that's her business. I'm not gonna talk about the ins and outs of that. That would be something that she needs to talk about. I'm gonna just say that it ain't what y'all think. Again, documents. I understand that people want to lean on that and say, "Hey, documentation eliminates conversation." I understand that. I would say the same thing, especially when you flip the coin and we pointed it back at him. He is the one that is documented as an essay offender. He is the one that came on and changed his story and said that's not what happened to him. So if we take that same analogy, his document, the news report said that he put a 15-year-old girl, lured her to his house, pinned her down on the table and essayed her. But then when you look at his court documents, it said indecent exposure, right? So when the documentation is there, you can say it's two different stories. It's two different stories.
I have a question for you.
So hold on. So you have to show her the same grace, because what actually happened may not reflect when it comes to paperwork. So when y'all standing 10 toes down on the paperwork and the end result of how she has now said, fuck this shit, I'm moving on with my life. I'm moving on with my life. People make decisions. Go ahead, Kiana. What's your question? Why? And I'm pretty certain it's gonna be the same question everybody want to know. Why is he so invested? I consider myself a friend of
Absolutely
Sophia.
not. Absolutely not. Because guess what? It's a good thing that you're up here. Maybe she doesn't have the strength to come up. You know what I mean? Maybe she feel, beat down or slighted or whatever. So I'm grateful that you are here, and that you do have an ally in this room today. But here's my thing. Why didn't the police, if she had injuries and he had injuries, why didn't both of them go? Like, what? I'm missing the correlation. Was it some dirty cops? Because we know that happens. What the hell made the court system go against her?
If she didn't have her phone, who actually called the police?
That's the part I'm just lost on that. Like, if they both had bruises, they supposed to been took both of them.
Right. So the daughter is the one that that called the police. The daughter is the one. Now I want y'all to think about this shit, right? Why is the daughter telling on her dad? The daughter is the one that called the police. The daughter is the one that told Sophia about the situation. The daughter is the one that is scared and saying, I don't want to get in trouble from by my dad. Come on, man. What is that?
Said that to us, but that's what Sophia's story is. But if the daughter felt comfortable enough to tell Sophia what was going on, Sophia could have just left if she wanted to. She didn't have to confront him. But my question is, in the beginning, you're a grown woman. You moving in with a man and you didn't even Google search his name? I mean, we go through a whole bunch more for somebody we just interested in.
I just want to know.
I'm not gonna. I don't agree with that. It's a lot of people that don't do that, and it's a lot of people that do.
I want to know why this woman is clearly guilty or pre-adjudicated, pled guilty or whatever of hitting this man. Why, when they got there, what was the evidence that made them feel like she the one should have went to jail, and what was the evidence that made her feel like she should take the plea or whatever? Vessel, you're not answering the question.
Yeah, because you said you want to speak.
You keep going around the question, Vessel.
I just said.
You went to talking about a daughter telling about that he done essayed somebody. That is not answering what happened that day.
The best that I can answer that question, and this is the only thing that I can say today. I wasn't there. I know enough to know that it wasn't just. How can I say this? No, I'm gonna just leave it like this. If she went to jail, they both should have went to jail. That's what I'm gonna say.
Thank you, but that's what I'm asking.
If she went to jail, they both should have went to jail.
Was it a dirty? Because we know that we're now more advanced in to believe in everything that go on a police report. We know they lie. We know they do. You know what I'm saying? And not all, but some. You know what I mean? We've seen that in the last 10 years, because we got cameras now. So what I'm saying is, what by preponderance of the evidence made her even accept the guilty plea? What is it that they showed her that said, listen, you better plead guilty?
I'm not going down that road.
Revenge on us and not him.
I'm not going down that road. I've even heard in Texas, whoever the first person to call is going to be the one that they take the story of.
Vessel, you're missing the point.
I've even heard that.
There's 2 parts to this. One,
I'm just telling you.
When the police get there, right? If she cutting up acting food, yes, they would take the person who couldn't acting a fool. We know that. But the evidence that her lawyer,
I said
whether it be court appointed or not, the evidence of what her lawyer shows her says, okay, look, this evidence shows if I take this before a jury, you're going, you know what I'm saying, you're going to do some time. And clearly she pled. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is it that her lawyer showed her that convinced her to sign her name on a plea deal?
I'm not going to answer that question. Like I said, there's stuff. I'm not going to talk about her case.
Can I speak?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Can I
portion of it.
speak? Okay.
That's wrong.
First of all, Kiana,
It's not wrong.
I'm
Nobody.
the
First
one
off, nobody
for
owes y'all
the
any
attorney.
explanation.
So let me-
So let's
You
just
up
call
here
it what it
giving
is.
it.
You up here giving it.
Hold on one second. Pink Ninja, give me
But
one
we don't
second.
owe
Pink
you
Ninja.
anything.
Pink
We
Ninja,
don't
one
owe you
second. Pink
anything.
Ninja,
I know
one
that,
second.
Vessel,
How
but
the
hold
hell
on.
can you come up
Because,
here
Kiana, you
and try to
listen,
justify some
Kiana.
things, but when the
Hold
heat
on,
come
hold on,
on and the
Miss
real
Pink.
questions
Miss
come
Pink
out,
Ninja, I'ma let
your
you
ass
speak.
said, I don't
We gonna
owe you
let
no
you
fucking
No, I know,
You
but
didn't owe us
Kiana,
none of this
I
shit.
don't have
Kiana,
to
let me
give you
leave
You
you
didn't
anything.
owe us
If I
none of
say
this shit.
All right, let's
Where
get
did
some
it
order,
go?
y'all.
What the
leave
fuck
it
is
what
you
it
up
is.
here for? You want to come up here talking about what you
Calm
want to
down.
fucking talk?
Listen,
Calm
we've been
down.
doing good. Let's
down.
calm down, y'all. Let's get some order. We've been doing great. We don't want the lives going down. That's mainly why I haven't had a panel lately, because I don't want the lives to be going down. Please control y'all tone, okay? We're going to have the conversation. Pink Ninja wanted to come up and ask her question, okay? Pink Ninja, we would like to hear from you.
Okay, first of all, I was the one who called for attorney for Sophia. So I know a lot in the back end. Please do not be assuming, make an assumption, Kiana. There's a lot of things you cannot know. At the time, she cannot speak on this because of the adjudication, right? I know a whole lot. So when you're faced with Harris County, Texas, if you guys know the history, they don't leave you much option. It's like and then two, let's just look at it this way. He told a lot of lies, and they couldn't even use his story against this whole thing. But with Texas, it really doesn't matter. They want to prosecute you, whether you're innocent or not. I'm going to leave it like that. So even with her innocent, they didn't care. And they knew she was innocent. Her attorney even testified on that. They all knew she was
Her
innocent.
attorney can't testify for you.
Meaning that he has the evidence to show that they didn't even
Well,
give a
then her
fuck
attorney don't
that
need
she
his
was
law
My
license.
niece
innocent.
is an attorney
Let
that's
me say
licensed in
this.
Harris
Let me
County, and
hold
she
on
wins
one
criminal
second, Lucy.
cases
Give me
in
one
Harris
second,
County all
Lucy.
the
Give me
time.
one.
Okay, but she didn't
Give
get
me
that
1 second,
particular
Lucy.
attorney.
Give me
I
one
wish I would have
second.
got
Give
that
me 1
particular
second, Pink
attorney
Ninja.
because
Give me
the
1
attorney
second,
that I
Pink
had
Ninja.
got for her, it wasn't. It didn't work out. It didn't pan out the way y'all keep talking about this.
Well,
Y'all don't
Pink
know the
Ninja,
back
I'm going to
end,
say
but I'm just
this.
gonna leave it as that.
I'm going to say this. You're saying her, first of all, you said her attorney testified. Attorneys don't
No,
testify.
meaning what they got, the statement from the prosecutor, what they got. You know how when they have the
Discovery.
discovery,
It's called discovery.
this discovery shows that her story lines up of her abuse, but and his story did not, because he told two different stories to the police and to the prosecutor. So, but however, when it comes to Harris County, they want to prosecute. They don't want to lose. They don't want to look foolish. So it didn't matter if she was innocent. It didn't matter. So it was she had to do what she had to do at the end of the day. Okay, what was presented. Y'all don't understand that. So even if you're innocent, you're the victim. And two, y'all wasn't there when she was telling the police what happened. I saw the
Harris County
picture.
got over 4 million people in there. They're
Ma'am,
not
can I
concerned with
finish
one little
speaking?
stinking domestic
Ma'am,
violence
can I
issue.
finish speaking? Were you there?
No, I don't
It's
have
like
to be
y'all
there,
just
but
Okay,
want
please
her to
I
be
know
don't
Harris
wrong.
interrupt
County,
me. I'm in Texas. I'm in North Texas.
and I know Kim
Ask him
Odd,
why I couldn't get her stuff.
and I know Kim
Ask Jay
Odd. Even though she
why
going
I
out, I
couldn't
know
go
her.
get her furniture and her clothes. He did not want me to get those things. Ask him that. Ask him why he didn't contact me to go try to get them stuff after trying to get her things. But
In
I know I
China.
wasn't gonna go by myself.
Hold on.
Okay. But at the end of the day, y'all wasn't there. She told the officer when I was on the phone with her what happened to her. He told the other officer a different story. Now you gotta remember, she's crying. They decided to take her. Okay? That's what happened. They decided to take her.
Did anybody ever
And
take Bun
she
Bun's
told them,
statement?
I'm sorry.
Did anybody ever take Bun Bun's statement? Because she was on the phone when it was happening, right?
That was the first incident, honey. Not the second. I was on the phone with her for the second
Oh, so
incident.
she stayed for a second incident? She just didn't leave?
Can I just ask a question? Bella,
You
can
know
I ask
what?
a
I
question?
pray that you guys never experience DV situation.
I
I
already
pray
have.
that you'll
I'm exempt for. I
never
already have.
experience that. So
I've been on
know you
both
Can I
guys
ask a
sides.
love
question?
I've been on
to point
both
out the
sides.
victims. I
Can
know
I
you
ask a
guys love
question?
to
And which
blame
is
the
why I'm
victim,
up here
but
doing
I
what I'm doing
pray that
because of
she
people
never
like that.
become a victim
Y'all sick,
of
man. Y'all
violence.
need some help.
And first of all, Sophia does not have a criminal record. Her ex-husbands had affidavits stating that she never was violent in their marriage. So that was a lie. Families and friends had affidavits saying she don't have a history of violence. Let me clock that, motherfuckers. And y'all not gonna sit
They
here
didn't
and
even
play
Oh
have
my
to
that
do
goodness.
game.
Can I
affidavits. All
please
they
ask
had
a
to do was put on
question?
Ex-husband
record.
don't
That's
have
more powerful than
Can I
somebody
please
saying
ask a
she
question?
doesn't.
If I
That's
can't
not
answer my
true.
question, I'm
They,
going to mute y'all
if her
mics. Can I
ex-husband,
please ask a question?
go ahead.
Where is Sophia? I hear all these people coming up
Sophia's
here
back at
speaking for
home in
her. Let me
Florida.
ask the question first and you can respond because we can't hear each other if what the other person is not done talking. I saw that she was in the comments earlier. Is she still in the room? Is she still here somewhere?
No, she's
Blaze,
not
do you see
No,
her?
alcoholic.
no, I
She's
don't
not
see
an
her.
You don't
alcoholic.
see her? She's not
Every
here no more?
motherfucker
Okay.
in
Before
here don't
anyone,
drink.
so before
If I was her,
anyone
I wouldn't come up here and
twisted,
address y'all either.
Sophia did not want to come up here. She was. I never said she couldn't. So before y'all be
Right.
lying,
So if she doesn't want to come up here, that's
Sophia,
more than
she's here in the
understandable. But
comments.
I don't
I
want to
said
hear from other people. I'd rather hear from her. I don't want to hear from other people. I don't care who was on the phone. I don't care about none of that. It's her story to tell. Stop saying y'all because I've been quiet most of the time.
So hold on.
Bella,
The
we can't hear
narratives
you,
that are
babe.
being put out there, they're just false. They're wrong.
You keep talking, but you're not listening to nobody. Ain't nobody trying to spend nothing.
Protect this man's name so bad. He don't want to speak. I don't think y'all should be speaking for her either, but y'all up here.
Exactly. And that's why I was getting irritated a little bit because it's like everybody is telling her story except for her. Like, of course she was saying some things down in the comments or whatever, but I'd rather hear it from her than to hear it from somebody who was on the phone, somebody who was there, but it wasn't actually you. It wasn't actually them. I'd rather hear it from her.
Right.
Let me
Right.
say something else. When y'all get up on these apps or any type of social media platform and y'all put your business out there, like, how do you not expect people to ask questions or form opinions? Expect people to ask questions or form opinions about there. It's nothing wrong with us asking questions.
Thank you, Mai.
Most of the time to hear things.
My biggest problem is
What the
because
got going
again,
on?
I don't trust when police come out to DV situations, again, they will take whoever is distraught and knowing damn well women gonna be the one who's more emotional and this, that, and the third. But my biggest problem is, okay, if this man had he had injuries, but she also had injuries. They shouldn't have been trying to make, you know what I'm saying? They should have been trying to make a call out there on the scene. They should have said, all right, both of y'all going. So my thing is this, what was it that made them say we taking her and her only? Not only that, what was it that made, with an attorney, her say, okay, I'm going to plead guilty to this and take classes for anger management or whatever the case may be. That's where I just have the biggest problem. Like, what was the
Sophia
evidence
still
that
in
was
the
shown
comment
to
section.
her?
She just came back in here.
So
My other
again,
question
if your lawyer told you to plead guilty, that means they don't have a good chance of beating your case. There's too much evidence against you. Unless you just have a horrible lawyer that don't want to do their
So
job.
we listen. We know some courthouses can be some with the bullshit, right?
Yeah, unless you got
But
one of the
what
public defenders. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just, and then when she said her attorney did this, baby, that's the best thing you could ever do is hope you have ineffective assistance or counsel, because then you get to file appeal. You get to file an appeal, and ineffective assistance or counsel. If
that's what happened,
they
Vessel.
did it, the whole case get thrown out, and he or she lose their license.
So she had a paid attorney, right, Ms. Ninja? You
It
said
don't
you
matter.
paid
Anybody
for
with
her
a bar
attorney.
license that provided ineffective assistance
again,
or counsel will lose their license.
That's not a narrative.
My question is this: why didn't she go down to the prosecutor and file against him? Because she definitely could have done that. She could have filed charges herself and brought him up on those charges
And
herself.
let's be clear now, the police ain't too favorable on black men, and that's countrywide. So for him to be a black man, also, which I said black belt, and she seemed like she's small. I don't know Sophia, but she's a very small lady, and he seemed like he's a pretty tall man with training. Right? When the hell make them people think that it's she the one? I just don't get it, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying, 12 people in the jury box, little bitty woman, man with training, with training on assault or whatever you want to call it, or defense. What the hell make her attorney tell her you can't win this case? I need to know.
To know, I'm just saying that's
But
what
if you
happened.
know what I mean? Come on now. What did they show her? They said you ain't gonna win this. 12 people would not let your little self win against his big self with assault training, with defense training.
And if you're registered as offender.
I need to know.
Honestly, like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But again, usually
that lawyer got to be trash.
If your lawyer is telling you to plead out,
I'm sorry, Nathan. The lawyer definitely got to be
usually when
trash.
your lawyer
If they
tells you
send
to
up
plead out,
something like that.
your paid lawyer tells you to plead out, they're telling you that you don't have a winnable case. I mean, if you're paying a lawyer,
K-Walk ain't got no pool in Harris County. Girl,
let me.
Yo, go ahead, Kiana.
Shut up, Aries. How are we victim blaming? This woman is so pled guilty. But listen, let me say this.
Everything nothing but a hater.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Most attorneys hate to put someone who has harmed a child. That's the worst. That's like the worst client you can have. If you ask any attorney and you say, hey, of all the clients you get, they'll say, give me a murderer first before you give me a child harmer. Right? So I'm just saying her lawyer should have been saying, my leverage is nobody is going to like your client. I'm going to at least have 7 people on that juror that ain't gonna like your client simply for the fact that he's harmed a child in the past. So something in the milk is not clean, everyone. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I probably did, Ally. And what's your point? I just don't get it. Like when you have someone who has harmed a child, the jury gonna go slighted against them. I don't give a that preponderance of the evidence or not. They're gonna be trying to figure out how that person is guilty. That's just how it goes with people who have harmed children. And I'm glad we're still like that in America. I'm still glad that we are biased to children.
And then they're going to say that it's a second account of when this happened. So you mean after the first time he did that stuff, you didn't want to leave? You didn't want to move your tail? After you got your phone back, if you left, you didn't want to go out the house? I'm be real with you, Lucy. That's not my problem, because we as women stay around for stuff that we should have been gone. So being on both sides of it, you know what I mean? I've been the one in the cuffs, and I've been the one, you know what I'm saying, had to put somebody else in cuffs. So I know that shit go crazy, and then you get out of the cuffs and go right back to them. That ain't my problem. My problem is
by preponderance of the evidence, what is it that they showed her that made her say, I'm gonna go ahead and plead? Because she could have won that case, it sounds like to me, but something is missing. You have a person who majority of the jury won't even listen to anything about them. Like, okay, you standing there, you're a man. First of all, you're a man. Second of all, you are a man with training. Third of all, you are a man who has harmed a child in the past. Get the fuck out of our case. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody's gonna figure out how to blame a woman for you. Ain't nobody finna damn send no woman to jail for you.
Okay.
I would have tested the juror out so bad it would make your head spin, because he had 3 strikes against him. And if you want to add 4, you can say 4 because he was a black male.
That's true.
Let's call a thing. Black male, training on fighting, and SAer, get out of here. Her lawyer should have been like, I can win this case with my eyes closed.
How they get her a jack-leg attorney anyway? How did they pick that attorney? Because like I said, my niece is an attorney, and she practices in Harris County. She is criminal defense, and she wins all the time. Even sometimes when they have guns against the police, she don't win cases. So baby, you telling me that they don't win in Harris County? That's a lie.
Anybody can get arrested. Arrested ain't the problem. Arrested is not the problem. It's the actual adjudication of the case. She pled. What the fuck did her and her attorney know that made her say I can't win when this man got 4 strikes against him in related to the judicial system? Come on, black male, training, and an SAer, get out of here. Something ain't nobody telling us. But Vessel, I noticed when you came up here, you want to tell us everything, but you want to skedaddle over my question. Then you want to get aggressive, saying it ain't my business. Nigga, well, you should have stayed your ass in the comments. She don't owe us this. She don't owe us none of this.
Oh, June said
okay, so I'm looking down in the comments. 1 second. I'm looking down in the comments. Some people were saying that she had a pew pew. Was it? Was it registered or not? Because that's still. I mean, come on now.
Better do it.
It don't have to be registered in Texas.
Better do it.
It don't have to be registered in Texas.
So if it doesn't have to be registered in Texas, you don't have to. If you don't have to have a license to carry in Texas, why would that be the reason why she had to plead out? While her attorney was telling her that okay, you need to plead out. Y'all saying in the comments that she had a pew pew, and that's the reason why.
Well, June says she had one. Somebody else says she don't. But the thing of the matter is, whether she did or she didn't, there's a way to get your furniture. You ask for the police to meet you there so you can have an escort to go get your stuff out. And if they don't want to do that, you can get a private security, pay them to come over there with you so you can get your things.
Well, I'm gonna really shake this case up. I'm gonna say this.
Let me ask you this, bro.
I believe one of you know. Hey, baby. Hey, Hazel, baby. I believe one of you no good ass ninjas gave the damn DA some information that said that lady said she had harmed herself, and they had that goddamn information, and now motherfuckers want to play friend when they probably was the one that called the damn DA and told them. That lady told us on the phone when it happened that she did it to herself, or somebody from this raggedy ass app when y'all was going around saying that lady said she harmed herself. Some of y'all probably sent that shit to the damn DA, and they had that.
So you said she's not going to have a record next case. I thought y'all. Am I missing something? I thought she pled out on this case. Did I miss that? Am I missing something? If she pled out, she definitely going to have a record. There's no way around that. Like, I feel like y'all just putting out like muddy in the waters at this point.
Not necessarily. If she took the classes and stuff like that, they can do what they call deferred adjudication, which means that it won't show up on her record as long as she took the classes and turned them into the courts. And she had no record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy on it.
These two teams have
really be a real dog. My man with that.
Against them, but in the judicial system, but let's say there's a man who has training on fighting and a man who has harmed a child in the past. This woman should not be taking no goddamn classes and stuff. Something ain't adding up. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think we should just move on along at this point. We ain't getting nowhere.
Exactly.
So like trying to protect him just comes off weird to me.
Tea Time trying to come up. What happened?
Who trying to come up?
She's not in the request.
She said let Tea Time come up, but Tea Time ain't here. I don't see her.
She was in here. She was, but she might have left out.
She was in here, but she wasn't in the queue.
Yeah, she wasn't in the queue. She was just in the comments.
So yeah.
It's already been adjudicated. She already been said that she pleaded guilty. She didn't even plead no contest.
All right, so we get ready to wrap this up. Okay. So when it comes to Tea Time and Sophia case, right? The whole thing started out with Sophia saying that Tea Time was a hypocrite because she platformed people that she
Says
deemed
she's in the comments. She just listening.
Okay. So that was Sophia's argument. Tea Time on the other hand felt like we only having this conversation because the relationship didn't work out. So Tea Time whole thing was you knew about this man's situation, but yet you stayed, you did this, you did that. So after hearing all that, y'all heard eyewitnesses, and that's what I was going to say to y'all. I disagree with you, Mai, when you said that you didn't want to hear from nobody else but Sophia. They're character witnesses, so why wouldn't the character witness statement need to be heard? If they verbally witnessed what happened.
Because she wasn't actually physically there. I'd rather you be there in person. I'd rather hear from a person who was actually there versus them being on the phone. Because just because you're on the phone doesn't mean that you're always going to hear every little thing.
According to your logic, does that mean that character witnesses in general in real life should not their testimony should?
Well, how many get subpoenaed to court being on the phone? If we're going to talk about real life, how many people get called as a character witness for being on the phone when the event has happened? How many times do they get called?
They do that often.
The attorney could have asked.
Yeah, because what you hear is just as important as what you see.
Yes, definitely. Because people been in other rooms and heard gunshots. Oh, Lord, heard pew-pew shots. And they said, oh, what time did you hear them? What time was that? So, yeah.
I'm about to say they corroborate things people heard.
I guess it's different because it's where I'm at. So they don't normally use people just because you was on the phone.
Somebody in the comments, Dr. Monique Smart Ass Mouth, she said something great. Key witness for the exactly, and that was one of the largest cases in U.S. history, and everything was predicated on her. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, they lost that case because he said the C word. So I mean, on the phone is very important. It really is.
Well, again, I still stand on what I said. I'd rather have heard it from her than to hear it from somebody who was on the phone.
We're in total agreement with you, though, Mai. We're in total agreement. She really should have come up here, Mai. We know that.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all can pose a question. Audience, y'all can pose a question so we can wrap this up. So what question
would say your name, but if you want to come at me, make sure you spell your correctly. If you want to call me slow.
Because I don't have a question for this case. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm in agreement with Vessel, and it sounds like you are too. This one here probably shouldn't be voted on because ain't no win in this. Ain't no win in this one.
Well, no, the case is the case. We're not going to be biased. It still made it to the docket. So if y'all only got one question to pose.
I think the only question I would pose is, did it come to the internet because him and her didn't work out, or because of what he actually, what she accused him of doing?
Okay, so that's, somebody asked the question. I think that would be a good question to ask, and we're going to move on. After hearing everything that T-Time had to say and Sophia had to say, was T-Time being a hypocrite? Because that's how all this shit kicked off.
Was she being a hypocrite about
we
what?
We almost had 400,000 taps. I appreciate the taps today, y'all. Thank you. So Sophia was saying that T-Time was being a hypocrite. She has people on her panel who she deems problematic. She said that T-Time told people who to platform, which I disagree with. I've never seen T-Time tell people who needs to be platform and who don't.
I've never seen.
I haven't seen that happen. But that was Sophia's argument. So it turned into that, to Sophia saying that she was a hypocrite, basically, that she has problematic people such as Jaywalk on her panel. So
hell, I ain't even gonna lie. I was over at T-Time a long time, and I ain't even see Jaywalk over there. So I can't.
That's what I was just about to ask. How many times has she had this guy Jaywalk on her panel before? I never seen him or heard about him till this was brought up on somebody else's live.
Yep. I can say the same thing. Never heard about him, never seen him or nothing. Until he was up on her panel that day when all that was being discussed. So, where did he come from?
Yeah.
Would have used somebody else as an example that she always had on her platform, yes, but not him. I ain't never even heard of this dude.
Yeah, I only saw him on one content creator's page, and I don't even think they'd be over there no more either. But I was on T-Time page for quite a while. I'd never seen this man, never even heard about him until after, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't hardly over there anymore. So
no, I'm not new to this. I've been on this side of TikTok for 3 years. So there ain't nothing new about any of this to me.
Okay.
It seems like she was mad because she exposed his name and said what his name was, and his name was associated with her, and she didn't like that.
So I'm gonna pose the question. After hearing both sides, was T-Time being a hypocrite? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. Was T-Time being a hypocrite? Smiley face, yes. Sad face, no. That's what it boiled down to. Then we're gonna move on to the last case. Thank y'all for the taps. Thank you for the gifts. Let's get these votes in. Less than 10 seconds. $180 people concluded that T was not being a hypocrite. So that's it. That's all. Final case.